for this employee because at that point she called the police, and this would be Surfside police, and Surfside police came with lights on. He explained to her she's smoking on the sidewalk. The girl that's the employee that went bonkers and was like, and she was protesting basically that this is not enough. She wants the homeless person removed. She's moving a little because I'm wondering if the employee will go and call the police on me. You're filming on the sidewalk. This is my sidewalk.
Burrito one for the data. See if I like this burrito better. Yes, this one is prettier. It's a prettier burrito.
So this is the Starbucks in Surfside. This is the Starbucks behind me. As you can see, there's like an outdoor patio area. And then as you move here, we're on the sidewalk area where they still have umbrellas. Let's walk a little bit this way so I can talk so that I don't have the Starbucks employee call the police on me too. So I'll film here so that they can see the angle of it. There was a homeless woman who appeared homeless, and she was sitting in the patio area like there, and she was smoking. She had a ton of food from Starbucks, like the ready-made meal that comes in the container, and like 2 different drinks, a drink, and then like a hot drink as well. I don't know if she purchased it herself or someone purchased it for her. Either way, she was purchasing, and for that matter, at one time Starbucks had it that it was your third place and you could be there even if you weren't purchasing. Well, she was sitting in the area there that's like the atrium, where it's like on the patio, so outside. I had seen, I pretty much think I saw the entire interaction because we were sitting there for a while. I didn't see anything else that we missed. There was a girl that works at this location, and she became like initially very, very easily irate with her. The homeless woman didn't appear to be loud, abrasive, hostile. None of that was occurring. She was just quiet, sitting there, and smoking a cigarette. So the employee here that works at this location, she went up to another coworker, and they both asked the homeless woman to move from the area that's right here to the area of where you sit under the umbrellas, which is on the sidewalk. So she did. She didn't resist in any way. She got up, took all her stuff, and plopped down there under the umbrellas. That apparently was not enough for this employee because at that point she called the police, and this would be Surfside police, and Surfside police came with lights on, and the cop bypassed her, went inside to talk to the employee, and asked the employee what was going on. And the employee said that the employee told the cop that her words were she was smoking inside. So the cop goes, she was smoking inside? Like inside? And she goes, well, she was smoking inside, referring to, and she clarifies then, because then she felt like she was being put on interrogated by the cop who's also filming with his camera. She then clarified to him that inside meant the patio. So, and then she tells the cop, yes, she got up and she went to the sidewalk. So then he tries to explain to the Starbucks employee that I heard him say something like, well, here's the problem. I actually heard him say, he's like, well, here's the issue. The sidewalk is actually like the city area. So I don't understand exactly how that may work with a business, if they pay a rent fee or something like that to have umbrellas set up on the sidewalk here, but he's like, she's actually smoking now on the sidewalk. So it was going to end there. In other words, he explained to her she's smoking on the sidewalk. The girl that's the employee that went bonkers and was like protesting, she's like leaning on the countertop where like you would get like the napkins and stuff, and she's like leaning on it, really annoyed, and she was protesting basically that this is not enough. She wants the homeless person removed. This person was not loud, was not abrasive. The cop wanted to let it go, but this was someone who did not want to let it go. actually moving a little because I'm wondering if the employee will go ahead and call the police on me. You're filming on the sidewalk. This is my sidewalk. So the business of Starbucks then requested that she be removed from the premises. So at that point,
From the street.
from the street. So at that point, which may be an issue in itself. Like that was a little weird in itself. Like at that point, she's not actually sitting in the Starbucks or the entryway. She's kind of technically on the sidewalk. Technically under an umbrella, but technically on the sidewalk. So they told her she had to get going, and she picked up all her stuff and moved. And I filmed a short on that. I'll put a link correlated to this video so you can see her actually getting up. And I'll try to insert some of that footage I took as well. So she left, but this was totally blown out of proportion. Do you know how many Starbuckses I go to? Sunny Isles, all the others, where they just smoke. They smoke cigarettes, cigars. They throw the cigarettes. They throw the cigars all day long. I mean, Starbucks have been shut down for a lot worse. You know, drug activity in the Starbucks. There's all this stuff. You know, people laying on the floor in the Starbucks. There's all types of things that Starbucks in today's world have been shut down for because it just got so bad. But this was a person that none of that was occurring. This was someone who was just smoking outside, and this Starbucks employee just got a fixation with them and did not want them here, which was incredibly sad. This was, I hate to refer to this, a sad soul, like a sad case, a person who's really down on their luck, very quiet, just smoking a cigarette, that was it. And just really, really, really sad. I mean, she was, the employee, so irritable. She just really, really wanted this person gone, wanted them removed from the premises, and it was so sad, and just really, really sad. And you know, I went to the Bal Harbour Shops today also, and the energy, I'm going to be honest, and it's not just me complaining, the energy of Bal Harbour, Surfside, which is pretty much all the same area, it's a rough place. It's very negative energy here. I made a video once before talking about Bal Harbour Shops, and I was like, you know, no one can explain what they do for a living here. It's sketchy. The nature of South Florida. There's a lot of stories on this area. You don't have to trust me. Just do the research. And I've had comments, don't you know that there's brilliant surgeons and doctors and business owners that go to the Bal Harbour Shops? Oh my. And it's like, they may have gone to school, they may have a business, but you know what? The fact that their business makes $200,000 a year, and yet they live in a $10 million apartment on the ocean, something is amiss. I wasn't that good at math, but something's amiss. Yeah, they may have that business, but the business ain't making that money. Okay? I grew up in South Florida, so don't come at me in the comments. So I've been like, oh, you just don't know how Miami is. It's like, I'm born and raised in Miami.
Here's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
This woman ordered drinking and smoking in the same spot.
So there's a woman behind me who's now drinking a drink and smoking in the exact same spot. Yet they're not calling the police on her. Interesting. Okay. Because she had a fixation with that particular person, but this is not seeming to be a one policy type of thing. Because here you have someone literally smoking right there, and they're not calling cops on her. So what is this? Huh? I don't know if you could see her or not in the footage, but it's not important. It's like I'm narrating it. It's ridiculous. Huh? So this is a rough place.
There's nothing here.
I mean, we can put it all in one video, but I don't think it...
No.
This is a separate video,
It's a
because what you're going to
separate
see is that this video is going to go up right after my other video. And,
Let's go down to the end here. I want to show you.
and
the difference here.
there also is... Isn't this a thing to put out your cigarette? Huh? Moments ago, The police asked a woman to leave for smoking here at Starbucks, even though there is a place to put out your cigarettes inches away.
Get the table.
It's a little confusing here. Why was she asked to leave?
Get a screenshot of it. Your thumbnail.
So, no, it's obvious that she
Yeah, fixation.
had some sort of fixation with that person and wanted her not to be there. That's obvious. And it's just, this is a soulless area, unfortunately. You know, and the common person doesn't understand the things that go on in South Florida, and if you don't understand, that's a good thing, because that means that you haven't become immersed in this, and if you don't understand it, that's a good thing. But this is a scenario. You could have a doctor has a medical office, the doctor's finances, maybe the doctor makes $500,000 a year in profit, but the doctor lives in a $10 million unit on the ocean, has a $4 million home in Aspen, has expenses through the roof a year, and you realize something's not adding up. So a lot of times I'll get people in my comments and they'll be like, oh, you're just jealous of the very successful businessmen. It's like, the successful businessmen are probably doing some other successful things in order to account for their finances.
This corner Surfside. And right on that corner is Bal Harbour.
But I'm disgusted. Just gonna film the ending for my other video now, because like I didn't expect to be filming this video as well. But yeah, it was a very sad sight and heartbreaking to see. And yeah, just another day in beautiful South Florida. So yeah. But Patreon, channel memberships, all that. Tune into my next video. And I'm annoyed because today's my day off and I have to do videos like this. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. And bye.
Any